I just spilled hot tea all over my lap, and if that doesn't kind of show you what things are like right now, I don't know what else does. Tour.
You gotta go on that
Tour. Thank you so much, Curology, for sponsoring today's video. I love the holidays. I don't love what holiday stress does to my skin, however. I am a notorious skin picker, especially with the drier weather. My skin is feeling a bit more dry, a bit more tight. On top of that, dealing with a really bad fungal acne breakout, my skin was going through it. But thanks to Curology, I'm feeling so much more confident in my skin. This is my prescription formula. She's a little worn down because I do in fact use her. These are actual pictures that I sent to my Curology provider, but it is so nice that I'm able to message my dermatology provider, be able to say, hey, these are my skin concerns, this is how my skin is changing with the holidays and winter, and then have my formula be adjusted and then sent right to my door. This is what my skin is looking like now. A spider bit me in my sleep. At night, before going to bed, on clean skin, 1 pump, and then literally just all over my face. And that's that. So thank you so much to Curology for protecting my skin this winter season. And today you guys can use my link to get your first box for just $15 plus 2 free gifts. Thank you so much, Curology. Hey! So this is my normal setup because I did in fact move. Oh my god, I know, shocker, not like I made a whole video talking about me moving and everything, but I did in fact move. It all happened so much faster than I anticipated, honestly. I am wearing the toad hat. I should be allowed to do whatever I want. If the temperature dips below 50 degrees, toad hat is fair game. Especially if I'm gonna yell like him. I'm not gonna yell like him right now, but I don't know, maybe stay tuned or something like that. Surprise, surprise, I did move to New York City and I'm struggling. Let's talk about it. No. I tried making this video before, I really did. I tried filming it prior. I felt kind of stupid. I felt like I was playing like a parody version of myself. I kind of ran out of things to talk about, and I think at one point my face just went completely blank and I zoned out and I completely left my own body, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this currently, so I'm just not gonna. Additionally, I just felt so like negative in it. Like I felt like I was trying so hard to seem positive, but it was like very obvious that I'm just like not in the highest spirits. And I'm like, if I'm trying to fake this, it's obvious and you can tell, and it's not fair to myself. It's not genuine. Anyway, so round 2, where we're sitting on the kitchen floor. Just kidding, this is my living room floor. It's a Snoopy's on in the background. I just saw a Snoopy today at the Macy's Day Parade. This is my first year ever watching the Macy's Day Parade in person, or even I've never ever watched it on TV, but it's because I'm not with my family this year. I made a video 4 years ago about me. I was like, if you're lonely, watch this video, and it's like me just like hanging out, chatting, whatever, and I uploaded it on Thanksgiving Day. And then I wouldn't think that 4 years later I would not be with my family and I wouldn't be around people, and I would just kind of be feeling the way that I do. A lot of things going on in like my personal life, and shit sucks. And that's why it makes me feel so bad about being like, I'm in New York City and I feel sad, because it's like, what the fuck, bitch? You should be extremely happy. You should be so excited. You literally, this was something that you were looking so forward to, and people dream of being able to do this and having the ability to do this, and now you're sitting here and complaining. And I'm really working on that, on trying to not invalidate my own feelings just because, you know, there can be multiple truths. Like, yes, people do strive to live in New York City. Yes, it was a very big goal of mine to live in New York City. And yes, I'm not doing so great my first week here. I made a video a few years ago, again, I think 4 years ago. I'm not rewatching it. I have no business or care what that bitch had to say, and by that bitch I mean Nicole Rafiee from like 2021. Don't care, not my problem. Love you, girl, peace and love. I just don't care what you had to say back then. But I made a video where I was like, I am not moving to New York City, partially because I felt a lot of pressure to, because a bunch of influencers were moving to New York City. And isn't this mug so cute? Marshalls. Down with hyper consumerism. I do want to make a video about that. I made a video that I was like, I'm never moving to New York City, mainly because I felt a lot of pressure, because like every influencer and their mother was moving to New York City, and I was like, why would I do that just for, you know, influencers? Basically, I ended up moving to Philly, which was a lot closer to home. It was a lot easier of a step to make financially, and also like in terms of being close to people that I know and I really need by my side. And now a few years later, and my long distance boyfriend of 7+ years has a job and lives in New York City. A lot of my really, really close and some of my best friends live in New York City. A lot of career choices, it just made sense for me to move to New York City. And so that's why I was like, all right, now is the time this seems like the right move currently. And here I am, and I'm doing it, and I feel so lucky and I feel so happy, but I don't feel like I'm in my body, and I haven't for a while, and I don't feel like I'm here, and I feel like I am just playing like my life in a video game. I literally feel like I'm like in fucking Sims 2, but not Sims 3 because the graphics aren't that nice. And in Sims 2, I think you could woohoo with the Grim Reaper. I don't know if you can woohoo with the Grim Reaper in Sims 3. So anyway, I just personally feel like I'm in Sims 2. I should play Sims 4 more. Again, oh my god, I need to pick that back up. I killed my girl by accident, so I need to bring it back. I felt like I completed all my goals in Philly, and I was like, I can't let myself be stagnant and just kind of get too comfortable in a place. At the same time, I was trying to become really lonely in Philadelphia because all my loved ones were literally here. But with that being said, like, I knew and I expected that I was gonna struggle moving. Like, yeah, that's a big fucking deal to like uproot your whole entire routine, your life, living out of boxes for a few weeks. Like, yeah, I knew that it would take a toll. Being a person with OCD, being a person who lives with routine, being a person who really strives for change when it works for them but really struggles with it when it's forced upon them, yeah, your girl is struggling. And so I feel really bad that I am like in this stage where I don't think I'm gonna remember this time in my life, which does suck. Because I remember a few years ago, oh my god, what was it? It was like 3 years ago. Holy fuck, time passes. I can't believe it. Last night I watched Inside Out Part 1 and Part 2. I did fall asleep in the middle of Part 1. I think that's okay. I kind of have a gist of what happened in it, I think. And then Part 2, great. Love Io, love Maya. The old lady that's nostalgia, who like comes out of the door and she's like, remember 30 seconds ago when we were all new here? That's me, bitch, that's me. I'm gonna miss this time in my life. I know I'm gonna romanticize this time in my life where I feel so extremely unwell physically and mentally, and I need video footage of me being like, bitch, this time is hard and you are struggling, but you are gonna get through it, and we're not gonna romanticize it. We're not gonna romanticize it because I have been getting better with it. My point is that, like, yes, I'm changing, like, yes, the Tame Impala lyrics, yes, I'm fucking struggling. Like I said, I do feel very weird now, like, kind of in the position that I am, like, of what my career is, and like how blessed I am and how privileged I am to say that I am struggling. But I think also it would be unfair for myself to not open up about that and talk about that. Like, I think if I try to film a normal regular video right now, I think it would be very apparent and obvious that I'm really not doing okay. Like, for example, I had to push through in my Beyonce lore video. None of you guys noticed because I'm such a great actress. None of you guys noticed, but like, I was terribly unwell in that video, mentally struggling, just got some like horrific news, and basically since then I have been in this slow downward spiral. I'm to the point where I am like no longer anxious about anything. I kind of am numb and I'm not feeling anything. Apathy, depression, and I hate that. I thought I beat that bitch. I thought I escaped it. But like, seasonal depression, I am not immune. I am not immune to it. OCD flare-ups while moving, I'm not fucking immune. A few weeks ago, time, don't get it. A while ago, I did a video with Sam Temple on the No CD channel, and like, we literally talked about all of us moving and everything, and we were talking about how we're all just kind of expecting for our OCD to flare up and get bad because all of us were in the process of moving. And I was like, God, I haven't even started thinking about that yet. But yeah, now that it's here, I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's like so fucking here. And like, it just sucks because, I mean, I'm proud of myself that I still went through with the move, even though I knew that it was inevitable that I was going to struggle a bit, because I think part of myself would have just avoided at all costs, like avoid pain and suffering. I don't know about you, but whenever anything really bad or awful happens to me, I think to myself, first of all, the first thing I think is, I can never handle a horrible situation ever again. I cannot do this again. And additionally, I think, oh fuck, I'm gonna go through something maybe worse one day. Those are like the two thoughts that come to mind. Every single time I go through something really horrible and I tell myself I can't go through it again, I end up somehow always being able to go through it again. You know what I mean? Even through like horrible news and terrible just things, I always convince myself that I would not be able to handle it had it were to happen again. And I think I forget how resilient I am, but like, I think we as people like forget, honestly, like what we can put ourselves through and kind of like push through, to be completely honest. And additionally, like, when I think to myself like, oh fuck, one day I might go through something worse than this. Maybe not, maybe I will go through something worse than this, maybe I won't. There's like no guaranteeing that. Look at me, I'm ERPing you. For the girlies who know and like watch my channel, to give you an idea of how stressed I am, I have never ever missed a period in my whole entire time of having periods. If anything, when I first started getting my period on Halloween when I was like 12 or 13, if anything, I just had my periods for super fucking long. I would have them for like 2 weeks plus, but I've never missed a period. So for the girlies who know and who kind of have been watching my videos, know the terrors and the horrors when I tell you that I have been so stressed out that I have missed my period for the first time. A person whose main theme about OCD is pregnancy, just think what that has done to me. But I feel it brewing now, okay? I feel it. It's like I'm about to get it again. I feel it. We're back, hopefully on cycle, I think. Additionally, OCD gets worse when you don't sleep. I didn't intend for this to be like a whole OCD video, but like it does affect every aspect of my life. And honestly, the amount of people that have either come up to me in person and have told me that me talking about my OCD has made them feel better, it makes it feel so fucking worth it. I met somebody in line waiting for our coats at the garden concert. So like literally we're all in like fucking face paint, except me, because I'm not as cool as you guys, but we're all in fucking face paint. And somebody comes up to me and tells me that makes it so worth it, because sometimes I really think to myself while I'm making these videos like, oh fuck, do I want this out there? Do I want this public? Like, do I want people to scrutinize me? Do I want people to look at me negatively? Do I want people to like look down upon me? Do I want the wrong people to see this? Do I want people from my high school to see this? I mean, like, she's crazy. Her mental health, she's fucking nuts. She can't fucking keep it together. But then somebody will tell me that they have OCD and it has made them feel more normal, or, you know, me talking about it has encouraged them to go seek out a diagnosis. And I'm like, okay, it feels like it's all the more worth it, because even though this isn't my main content, like I'm making fucking videos on my fucking wall. I'm like, blah, 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 and then pretend this is the tones, blah, blah, blah. Like, that is what I do for a career pretty much. It does mean a lot to me that I'm able to like still sit down and talk about something that impacts me so deeply in like literally every single facet of my life. But OCD can be so affected by sleep, which sucks balls. I mean, mental health in general can be so affected by sleep, but like, I'm a girly with chronic nightmares. I wake up every single night, 3:30 on the dot. Ooh, the devil's hour. And so a mix of that with moving, not getting my period, personal things going on in my life, all of this trickling in at the same exact time, feeling a lot of pressure from, you know, YouTube, but also family and also friends. Add this all up together, I basically am living in a blur. Like, I don't remember packing. Low-key, kind of don't remember getting here. Kind of don't think I'll remember this period of my life, like the first few weeks of me moving in. That sucks, because it's very different from my time where I moved to Philadelphia and I was like, I'm free, I'm a new woman, I'm so proud of myself, this is awesome. Because now it's like, girl, you gotta take care of yourself. You have to fucking take care of yourself. And I'm so lucky that there's people around me who like are encouraging that, but God, do I feel like a fucking burden. I am just either canceling on plans, or I'm just like not the jolliest at fucking get-togethers or anything, because I'm not. And it's really hard to pretend to be like you're happy and you're well and you're fun and like me tap dancing and like entertaining my fucking friends when I literally don't feel like I exist, because I am so goddamn overwhelmed. The best advice that my therapist ever gave me for dissociation, when I've told her I'm like, I don't feel real. Like sometimes I'll be driving, especially like that's really difficult, and I'll be driving and I'm like, God, I don't feel real. Like, which really does scare me. And like that'll lead me to not eating as much, not sleeping as much, not taking care of myself as much, not being active as much, not leaving the house as much, not socializing as much. And like my therapist was like, girl, like simulation you still has to eat probably. Like Sims 2 version of me, because remember, I'm not Sims 3, I am Sims 2, because I think you can woohoo the Grim Reaper. Hold on, let me see which one I can woohoo the Grim Reaper in. Which Sims can you woohoo with the Grim Reaper? How to woohoo and make babies with the Grim Reaper in Sims 4. Oh, fuck yeah! Life and Death expansion pack. Okay, Sims 4. Okay, guys, okay. Guys, I have a new video coming. Simulation me still has to eat. Simulation me still should probably like go out and fill her social battery or whatever. Simulation me still has to go pee. Simulation me probably still should get her work done, which honestly has helped a lot to like think in that mentality of like yes, it does feel like I'm going through the motions, but hopefully I will get to a point where I won't feel like I'm going through the motions anymore. And so far in my life, I haven't been stuck here. And I've been in this point a lot in my life. I've been in this dissociative, I am not here type of feeling. I've been in this out of body feeling many, many times in my life, and I'm sure many of you have as well. And I think it's safe to say that none of us have been stuck in it forever. We all eventually come out of it. So I just kind of have to keep pushing until I don't feel like this anymore. With that being said, I do think I need some time to take care of myself and look out for myself, because I cannot continue to just do what I do, which is not sleep, not take care of myself, kind of be frozen and like paralyzed with anxiety, drift along throughout my life. Like I really, really do think I'm gonna have to really, really hone in and take care of myself. And I don't know exactly what that looks like. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not gonna upload, but I am saying like, I am giving myself a little bit of leeway. So I hope that this is the right time to tell you guys that I am doing vlogmas. I'm kidding, never again. If you guys remember the 2020 vlogmas era, what fucking world did I think? What fucking world did I think? I had to bring the forehead out because that's how serious I am. Okay, let's put it back. What world did I think that I was gonna do vlogmas when I was graduating college? My mom was going through chemo, COVID was happening. What fucking world? I was doing finals. What world do I think that I'm gonna be pushing out content when I can barely get it together myself? And I cannot get to a point where I am feeling burnt out, because I love doing this. I love making videos more than anything. I love talking to you guys. I don't want to get to a point where I'm suddenly so afraid to pull out my camera. Like I am Olivia Rodrigo scared of my guitar. Everyone in December is kind of like, you got to push out the videos, you got to crank out the videos in December. That's why YouTubers do crank out videos in December, is because the CPM is really high. CPM is how much money you make per 1,000 views. It's especially high in December because of advertisers. And so December is usually YouTubers' best month for uploading. However, December, I don't know about you guys, I would like to feel better. I would like to see my family. I would like to not fry my brain this year. And I would like to actually mentally get better. I think if I were to make work a priority right now, and I think if I were to make vlogmas a priority right now, I think if I were to make creating content right now a priority rather than myself and what I need to do for myself, I think I would never get better. Maybe not never, but it wouldn't happen as soon as I wanted to. And I want to get better. It's so hard. Anybody who goes through therapy knows that like when you're in therapy and then when you finally are like at a peak and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm doing so good. And then when it starts to like creep back in, the depression and whatever else, you feel like a failure and you're like, what the fuck? But the whole point of therapy is not to never feel sad again. It's to just have the tools to know how to deal with it when you do feel sad again or whatever you're feeling. But I'm not a walking advertisement for therapy. I don't know what I am. In the meantime, I'm trying to not hate myself. I'm trying to be nice to myself. I'm still gonna try and make videos because I do not want to get to a point where I feel scared of this, and I love creating and I want to continue to create. But I also want to get to a point where I'm creating more content that I want to make and not feel like I have to make. Anyway, follow me on this journey in 2025. I'm feeling very ooey and gooey right now, I think, because I am getting my period. Hopefully, everybody cross your little fingers and all your little fucking toes tonight and hope that Nikki Nasty gets her period. Thank you. She needs to come. I just wanted to say I am thankful for all of you guys so incredibly much. Literally not a day goes by where I don't think about how incredibly lucky I am for this to be my career and what I love to do, and that there's so many of enjoy watching what I have to say, or maybe something that I say resonates with you, or even if you are just entertained sometimes by my videos. And that means so much to me because this has just been a long-term dream of mine literally since I was a little kid. And I just want everyone to know that I don't take that for granted, not a single day. And so this is a combination of it being Thanksgiving and me feeling happy, but I'm very thankful for you guys and I appreciate you guys so much. And I appreciate you guys understanding during the lulls in my channel, I guess, like when I'm not doing so hot, and understanding that I am human, and that means the world. Also, thanks for all the comments on the video about me moving. They were so extremely positive and so sweet, and I just feel like the luckiest girl all the time for like this to be my audience. So with that being said, this is the most I've heard my voice in a while, to be honest. But with all that being said, if you like this video, please make sure that you leave it a like, because it also helps so much. Also, leave a comment. How was your Thanksgiving? Was it okay? Did you spend time with your family? Did you not? Did you spend time with friends. I want to know what everybody did. Make sure you subscribe if you want to be nasty, if not disgusting. Also make sure every bell notifications on so you know every single time I post, or else you are gross. If you want to follow me on my other social media, Instagram, Twitter, Depop, Spotify, it's just at Nicole Rafiee. And if you want to follow me on my TikTok, it's at Nikki Nasty. My best friend Jake and I do have a podcast where we upload every other Monday, and on the off Mondays we post on our Patreon, so make sure to go check that out. And also the podcast is going on tour, so if you want to get tickets for that, it's just at NicoleRafiee.com. Tour's coming up very soon, so if you have a best friend that you want to take to the Talk Nasty Me tour, getting tickets for Christmas, very cute idea. I am gonna go now. I'm gonna go on Etsy and buy like a $7 spell so that I get my period. Bye!